Good evening, I'm Guy Cater. Welcome to the show, and what a marvellous mystical night it's going to be. Our special guest is Andre Vegas with his company. Andre is New Zealand's master illusionist, the very best in New Zealand.
You'll be fine.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Guy Cater Show. Andre Vegas, good to have you along. Thanks for coming, mate.
Thanks for inviting us.
As I said at the opening, in that rather awkward position I was in, New Zealand's master illusionist, the best in the country. How long have you been performing?
I've been performing since I was 12 years old, professionally from 14, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah, my first public show.
And what was that, children? Children's show?
No, it was mixed. It was mixed.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
You're fine?
It's
Yeah.
fine. It's
That
just
was
flies.
When you say mixed, you mean mixed
No,
boys and
it was a
girls
mixed
or
audience.
adult and
It was
children?
only for an audience of 1,000 people, and I got talked into it. What happened was I was doing a assignment at school for English, and I decided to do it on the history of magic. At the end of the little talk I did a magic trick. And the teacher said, "Wow, do that again." And I said, "Well, no, you don't do that."
You don't do it twice.
And she came to me afterwards and she said, would you be interested in doing the show? And of course, the rest's history.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it is. You're a part of New Zealand entertainment history now. You've been, performing a long
Not getting any younger.
Oh, no, that wasn't what I was meaning, but it's true.
Yeah.
But you've done such amazing things. Take us through your career with the big circus, the corporate show.
Well, I've done a bit of everything. I mean, and still do everything from kids' birthday parties through to corporate stuff. I've done one-off stunts. I've toured with the circus. We've done a bit overseas. You name it, we've done it. But that's how you survive. You've got to do a bit of everything.
Yes.
So
You've just
from close up to illusions,
Just completed 3 years at Rainbow's End.
Yes, just finished there. 1 year turned into 3. That was a good trick.
Yes.
I just worked it out. It was something like 1,650 shows we performed there over that period. So,
Well, most kids, when they start off in magic, it's doing self-working card tricks and maybe a few scarves. How did you develop to the grand illusions you're doing now?
I always liked the big show. I liked the big illusions from when I was a kid. And I mean, of course, it's a lot more work.
Yes.
That's why most of the other guys are working out of a briefcase, or I've got a roll in there with the big trailer unit and a couple of girls and sometimes a clown. Not that you've met him. And it's not just that. It's storing the gear. It's carding the gear. It's setting up the gear. It's just continuous.
To do one of your full shows, how long does it take to set up?
It depends on what it is. I mean, a lot of places will try and get in there the day before.
Oh, really? That big?
Yeah. I mean, one of the car illusions I did, appearing cars. It took me 2 days to set that up properly.
Right.
But it was the number one thing was the venue. We couldn't even get a car in the venue.
So there's a bit of magic to start
Yeah. So
with.
there's number one thing. But it makes it all the more impossible when people see it and like when the car appeared, it was overhanging the stage. It was bigger than the stage. So
wow.
So So after that, I appeared a few cars for other people.
So you travel with. In fact, you're going on tour fairly soon, aren't you?
Yes, we're hitting the road.
You're hitting the road. What sort of crew will you have?
Just taking a couple of girls with me.
Yes.
Of course, he's kind of like a clown, but he doubles as a roadie, bodyguard, driver.
Who's that?
He's just a clown.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it.
Right. So you hit the road and you perform where? Theatres?
Well, we're just doing a little short run.
Right.
So we're doing a couple of smaller venues. We're going to places like Westport and Blenheim. The places that don't usually get a show, and we're just trying to keep it keep the prices down, make it so everybody comes, and they miss out on a lot of the time. So.
Well, that's true.
And when I'm not, we keep busy with corporates and bits and pieces. But if I haven't got anything on, I'll put a show on. So so we want to do more of that. So if you want us to come to your town, just give me a yell.
Got a website?
Yes.
Tell us what it is.
Well, guess what? It's www.andrevegas.co.nz. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good at that.
You're all seeing that.
Yeah,
yes.
I know.
Now, you were mentioning Clown Rhodey. You didn't bring him today?
Well, it's funny you should mention that. He's actually been here all the time.
Really?
Yeah, anyway.
All right, let's get back to something I know about.
Yeah.
You ever do card tricks?
Well, I do. I
there we are.
I do a bit of everything, but
The appearance card.
well, yeah, not really. I don't really do card tricks.
You don't?
But I do tricks with cards.
Wow. All right, that's magic.
No, I do card tricks. Like I
do.
said, I do a bit of everything.
You do a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we're variety artists and we have to make a living, although it's already been established to all of us. We work whether we get paid or not, but we do need to be paid. How's the money with your sort of job?
Have you got any money?
Oh, you're serious?
I'm always serious.
I got
50 will do. I was
50 will do.
Hoping for 100. Look, I mean, money and magic. I mean, as I said, to make a living out of magic, you've got to do a bit of everything.
Yes.
I mean, as I said, I do close-up magic. I do kids' birthday parties, corporate work, one-off stunts. I hang upside down on fire from a burning rope and a straitjacket. You make a bit more money than a kids' show.
Yes.
But you don't do that every weekend, and it just goes on like that. But like in my business, I mean, I've got more people to pay. I've got 2 vans, 2 trailer units, I got cars, I got clowns. So it's pretty much the way it goes.
It's how you make money. I understand. I understand. Ah, dear. Well, listen, you're touring. You're doing your big illusions. How long is your show?
The theatre shows are full, 2 40-minute slots.
Wow.
But I do a lot of audience participation, and it depends on the crowd. I've gone on stage with 30 minutes of material and come off an hour later.
Yes.
So involve a lot of comedy, audience participation, and to me, the audience makes the show. They really do. We just put the bait out there. We can go in and do the same trick each night, and it's always different. It's a wee bit like Rainbow's End. We perform each season the same show twice a day, and you think, well, you get sick of that, but it's always different because you had a different audience. You've got different kids on stage helping you, got different adults on stage helping you. So that's what makes the difference.
The show you were doing at Rainbow's End, obviously a family show. Is that what you're taking on tour?
A little bit of that,
Yes.
because of course the show appeals to from preschoolers through to grandparents. So one show we're doing along the way is a little bit more adult.
Right.
Of course we do everything, as I said, from preschools, but then again I also perform at the Fetish Ball. So it's right across the board.
You used to be very involved in horror, weren't you?
Oh yeah, I still do a horror show.
You do?
Yeah, and I mean that's my thing.
What does that
I've got quite an extensive horror collection. Part of it's a clown, but anyway, the horror show. Well, there's actually blood and guts in it. I mean, I saw someone in half with a real chainsaw.
Right.
It's pretty full on, but once again, it's lightened up because it's got the comedy element to it. You go to a good horror film, right? And everybody gets the fright.
Yes.
What's the next thing they do? They laugh.
Yeah, they do.
They always laugh,
yes,
and they're
yes,
laughing at
yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
So that's the thing, a balance of comedy and horror.
Speaking of which,
I rest my case. But anyway, leave him alone. You can just go and do something.
maybe you could tell me about him.
Okay, well, Sloth.
Sloth, that's his name.
Sloth the clown, yes. He's been with me a very long time. Basically banned from every circus in the world, and found a home with us. So, but as I said, he's a good driver and he can unload stuff. And,
yes, carry
and
everything.
I mean, who's going to come near me when he's around? You know? So yeah, what can I say? Yeah.
You involved in any magic clubs?
Well, the funny thing is, I've never. I mean, look, I grew up on a farm in a place called Tooterel in Southland. No one in my family did magic.
Don't take offence, but I haven't seen you roll your R's. Haven't heard you roll your R's.
They're still there. If I
They're
say
still there,
something
are
like
they?
purple worms in the dirt.
Oh, yes.
But
Good
not as
Southland
bad
boy.
as what it was. So,
Right.
so no one in the family did magic or anything. I
Right.
mean, I'm off a sheep farm, and I started reading some books out of the library, basic stuff. I didn't have money to buy it, magic or anything. I didn't have access to buy it, so we made it. I built it. I made it.
Yes.
And when I got to the stage of where, hey, I could get on the train and go to Christchurch to Delano's magic shop, where
Oh,
most of us started
Yes.
buying bits and pieces.
Dear old Burns.
And Burns used to have me on. He said, "Oh, you've been skinning any sheep lately?" And the funny thing was, I wasn't skinning sheep. I used to pluck the dead wool off the old sheep.
Right.
And it was good money in that. Stinky job, but I
Yes.
don't smell very good at the best.
I've
You know what I mean.
noticed it,
Anyway,
yes, yeah.
so I just pluck the wool off them,
Yeah.
sell the wool, make some good money, go and buy some tricks. So it went from there, but mainly just reading and studying, and I draw and I paint. So
Oh,
I mean,
really?
I make a lot of my own gear and paint it and everything,
Yes.
and my signs and stuff. So I draw illusions. I make plans and there's stuff, there's
Yes.
piles of stuff, and then down the track I got a bit of money and I'll make that, I'll build that, you know. Some things we buy. Of course, you can buy illusions, very expensive. The money only comes to a certain level of what you can make.
Yes.
Sometimes it's really good.
We are a small country, a small population.
We are.
Yes. Yeah.
And but you know, the illusion show has died off. You know, if you go back years ago, before my time, the great Benyon.
Yes.
I mean, he did a little bit what I do. He's touring, he's going everywhere, he's taking that show, and he did the big show.
And there was no television in those days.
No.
Yes.
And TV is such a powerful medium.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we did those slots on New Zealand's Got Talent, and people are still coming up to us on the street.
Yes.
Oh, you were on that. So, and of course, as I said, if you're on TV, you're away. But and you know, it's like
Well, that's
David.
what we're hoping to achieve with
Yeah,
this little
yeah,
show
of course.
too. Yes. Yeah.
But like Sir David Copperfield, people say,
Yes.
you know, well, they used to say they know a bit more now that he's running a show in Vegas, but. They say, oh, is David Copperfield still doing magic? Of course he is. He's still doing 500 shows a year. He just doesn't have the TV special, but of course he wasn't on TV, you know, so it just shows you how it works.
Yes,
so,
of course.
Yeah.
But he only got to doing the Vegas shows because of the
Of course he
television in
did,
the
yes,
first place.
of course.
Yes, yeah.
And it's a bit like me.
So-
I went on TV and ended up getting that and so on and so on. Most of the work we get is word of mouth or
Yes.
someone that's seen us, you know. So.
You work through agents at all?
Not really. I've started to do a little bit through a couple, but the biggest problem is because I'm usually so busy anyway.
Yes.
I'm turning them down a wee bit.
Yes.
But yeah, I hope to do more with them, you know. I'm open to anything.
Yeah.
I'll work anywhere.
It seems like
anytime.
your own promotion's pretty good though. And of course
Yeah.
word of mouth, your reputation.
That's the best thing, and I think every show I do, I hope to get 3 from it.
Yes.
And that's pretty
Yeah.
much how it works.
Yeah. Really,
I did a
that's-
corporate the other night in Hamilton, and guy came up to me afterwards and he says, oh, you know, they were having a meeting about entertainment, and so they said, oh, we're looking at getting this guy in. And he said, oh, I've seen him, book him. So it was a done deal, you know.
Fantastic.
So he'd seen me at Sky
Yes.
City in Hamilton.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Now, I'm looking at your magnificent signage here and all the rest, and I look at the name, Andre Vegas.
Well, the funny thing is I've never been to Vegas because I haven't been able to afford to and I've been too busy.
Yes.
So I just took the name.
So you took the name?
Yeah, but that is actually my name
It is
now.
now.
Yeah, officially.
Andre, was that your...
No, it's actually Andrew, and I hate that.
Yeah.
So a little bit of French blood down the line, so I took Andre, and, you know.
Oh, it looks wonderful. Andre Vegas.
Yeah, yeah. Well, your name has a lot to do with where you land in life,
Yes, yeah.
I think. Yeah, I do.
So Andre Ramsbottom wasn't going to work for you?
Nope.
No.
Coming off a sheep farm,
Yes.
possibly, but I wanted to get away from that. You know, as soon as I could get out of there, it was better. You know, I had to get to the city where the people were and start doing what I was doing.
What about your family? Are they proud of you?
I think so. I'm definitely the oddball.
Yeah.
You know, the odd one out.
You're the black sheep.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah. But when I was a kid, I mean, of course, we were on a farm, and I had a pet possum, and I had guinea pigs, and we had a rooster, and I used to use them all in my show. You know, and I remember doing a show, and I used to appear guinea pigs. And guinea pigs, when they pee, like, you appear the guinea pig, and it's peeing, and you know, it's still peeing, and you're walking off stage, it's still peeing. So, as I said, there's good money in comedy.
Yes.
And guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs.
Rooster, you know, I remember doing a show in the pub. You know, he's pooing on the floor, and people love it. It's funny.
Well, they do.
It's like when you appear the dove at the kids' show. You know, he poos on the good carpet. You know.
And kids still love a good fart joke, don't they?
Of course they do.
Yes.
Of course they do. You can't get past the classic stuff, and a lot of the illusions I do, it's based, you know, even on the stuff that I'm building. It's based on very old principles. You can't beat the classics. You know, a lot of stuff's got quite high tech with magic and computers and things,
Yes.
but you can't get past that basic stuff. And all you've got to do is dress it up a little bit different. Use that basic
and you
principle.
do that, and your audiences, you astound them. You really do.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do everything from the ground up. I mean, I design it, I build it, I paint it, I choreograph it, I get into the sound studio and we mix the music. Yeah.
Very quickly.
My way.
When's your birthday?
It's the 31st of October.
That's true, is it?
It is true.
31st
It is true.
of October.
Yeah, Halloween.
Halloween.
Also
And-
the same day Houdini died.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Because that's a very mystical day for magicians worldwide,
It is.
isn't it?
I think it is International Magic Day, isn't it?
Oh, it possibly is.
I think it is.
All I know is that they usually have something on.
Should be. It's my birthday. Not that I have birthdays anymore, but you
No,
know,
I
yeah,
understand that one as
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
You just recently got married, I believe.
Yes, I did.
Love
I
to
finally
meet-
got it right.
Yeah, you got it right.
Took me a while, yes, but I finally got it right.
I would really love to meet her. I really.
Really?
Yes.
Should have brought her.
You should.
Hang on,
have.
I've got an idea.
What idea?
Let's go.
Okay.
One, two. Wow.
Adriana, how lovely to have you here.
Thank you very much, Guy.
Well, tell me the name, Adriana. That's
Yes,
correct?
Yes, it is correct, yes.
Cool.
So I was born with the name Adrian when
Oh.
I was younger. And when I was about 11 or 12, I had a Russian ballet teacher, and she couldn't say Adrian at all. So she was always Adriana. And then I sort of said to Mum, I quite like that. And so we had it changed to Adriana.
It's beautiful.
It is.
Ballet?
Yes, yes. I've
You
been
learned ballet?
dancing since I was 4 years old, and
Wow.
it's been my dream right from then. Absolutely loved it, and yeah, obviously didn't really get serious until I got about 15, 16. Went to Wellington for 3 years, did this 3 years at New Zealand School of Dance there, and then from there I got a Todd scholarship straight into the ballet company and
Wow.
stayed there for 11 years.
How did you and Andre meet?
Well, we met in Nelson at a dance teacher, Louise Hawkes. She used to teach me in Auckland, and when she moved to Nelson, she invited me down to perform in her school show, and yeah, that's where I met Andre, and we've sort of known each other about 11 years now, and so
Fantastic.
yeah.
So when you met him and you started working with him, was that your first introduction to magic and illusions?
Yes, live, seeing it
Yes.
live, yeah. I've never seen it like that before. Obviously you see a bit here on the TV.
No,
and
I
stuff,
actually meant
but-
you taking part.
Oh,
You
me
being
taking part?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, it was my first time doing anything like that.
Now, I was told by a magician's assistant once that, of course, you have the most important role in the entire production. Would that be correct?
Well, it's a team thing. It's everyone brings it together. I wouldn't
Oh,
say
that's
it's just
beautiful.
the
Yes.
assistant or just, you know, the magician or the clown. It's everyone working together and bringing the show together. I think
No,
that's
that's
what
a
makes it
perfect
work.
answer. That's exactly
Yeah.
what you should have said. So you get wrapped up, tied up, lifted
Oh,
up.
all sorts of things. Crazy, crazy things. Things I never ever thought I'd do, but I love it. It's great fun.
But you've got such poise on stage as well. It's obviously
Yes.
from your ballet training.
Yeah, and
Yes.
that's drilled in.
Yes. But do you enjoy it?
Yes.
Do you enjoy the work?
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's
So when you were little, obviously you never dreamed that you'd become a magician's assistant, did you?
no.
You wanted to be a ballerina.
Yes,
And you achieved that.
I
Now
have.
what about your friends, you know, the same age, the girls you grew up with? Did any of them go into the arts?
Some of them did in some
Yeah.
ways, yeah. Some of them got married and had children and
Right.
all that sort of stuff. But some of them have gone to teaching. Most of them, I think, went overseas and did other things over
What
there.
do you think they think of you doing the remarkable things you do?
Oh, I think they're proud and happy.
Yes.
Yeah, we all still keep in touch and we're all really supportive and proud of each other. So.
Now, you haven't been married that long, I know, and so I don't expect you to answer that honestly, really, but what's he like as a boss on stage?
As a boss on stage?
Yes.
He's good, yeah. He just wants to make the best of the show,
Yes.
get the best out of everyone, and
Yes.
yeah, perfectionist.
No arguments?
No,
No,
we've yet
no.
to have one.
No, that's good.
We try,
Yes.
we keep trying, but
Do you see this being a long-term thing for yourself?
performing,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's in my blood. I think I've always
Yes.
enjoyed it. I always feel so comfortable out on the stage. So, yeah.
What is it that gives you the most joy? Is it the audience reaction or
Ah,
just the
Yeah,
it is?
definitely.
Yes.
It definitely makes the show, the audience, you know, kids laughing, and kids are the best part. The
Yes.
darndest things they say, you know, you just, yeah, can take you away.
And the sheer wonder of seeing people doing remarkable things like not having their head cut off. Don't you?
Walking away from you, is it still there?
And because little kids actually believe in magic, and it's
Oh,
wonderful, isn't it?
They do,
Yeah.
and it's great.
And
And to keep that alive, and to see so many more kids now wanting to do magic
Yes.
is really,
yes.
really amazing. I've got my nephew, or both my nephews actually love it, and having them been able to meet Andre has just been fantastic.
Are
And
they performing?
Not yet, no.
No.
Tyson's only 5 and
Oh,
Jake's only 9, so
right.
they're still quite young. But you know,
Yeah.
I'm seeing more and more of younger kids sort of wanting to do that sort of
Yes.
thing. Oh, I've got a box of magic stuff at home, and they love it. And
Yes.
so that's cool to see more of that happening.
How do you feel about touring, living out of a suitcase?
Oh, I'm so used to it now.
Yeah.
It's nice to get home, but it's also nice to get away. And New Zealand's such an amazing place. I mean, with the ballet company, we did Tutors on Tour, where we go to all the small towns, and we'll do similar things with the magic show, and you know, Westport, you know, all over the country.
They're great places,
yeah,
aren't they? Yes.
and you know, you meet great people in those towns as well. So I love it.
Yes. You get the applause, you get the adoration, and then you get to washing your undies in the hotel when you get back, don't you?
And the costumes.
And the costumes, yes. And that's the trouble with touring. You've got so much to move around. It's do you help out at all? Or is it that
definitely.
Idiot clown that.
Well, he does a lot of the work, but
Yes.
I do as much as I can to help out, because the sooner we get the show out of the theatre, the sooner we can go have some food and get some rest. So.
Good question. While you're touring or while you're performing, do you have a first aid kit? Yes, you do. I know.
Guess
health and
so.
safety.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You definitely do.
I don't know where it is.
I was just expecting before maybe I might have needed a little bit of sticking plaster to hold the head on, but
Oh no, you should
he
be
did a
right.
good job.
Yeah, he did.
Maybe we should bring Mr. Vegas back. Mrs.
All right,
Vegas.
let's do that.
Let's have Andre back on. Not you. Not you.
No. You can.
Heel. Oh, you're so beautiful.
You want to-
Mr. Sloth.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So, Andre,
I'm back.
I know you've got this little tour coming up, but the future?
That's a good question.
I thought so. You don't know? Or you
I don't
want to
know,
answer
and
it?
I mean, look, we've got a lot of stuff on the go. There's, we were supposed to be in Germany last week for a one-off TV show, and we couldn't do it because, you know, we had something else on. And the phone's going all the time. There's stuff on the works all the time.
Well, that's
So
awesome. That's wonderful.
The phone might go, and who knows? But as I said, if we're not doing corporate work or something else, we'll be putting on our own shows. Short run, this run, very short.
Yes.
We'll need to do more of that and take the show to everybody. Take it to everybody. Little places, big places.
That's really nice. Yep. Now, I have two daughters. When they were little, they used to do a lot of magic. What about your kids?
Yeah, well, I've got two daughters as well.
Two daughters as well?
Yeah, so far.
So far.
And this might be some more on the cards.
Nice.
And yeah, my oldest daughter, when she was 5, she toured the circus with me.
Oh,
So
really?
obviously she learned hula hoops and she was doing the magic and stuff. So she's off on her own now. She's a trained dance teacher. She does circus acts, burlesque, bit of everything. My other daughter, Paris, she's just turned 12, and she's been working my show since she was about 2. And she is just Hollywood at home. So, you know, Paris and Phoebe, that's my daughters. And yeah, I don't think they had much choice really, did they?
You're bringing up another generation of entertainers.
Yep. I've got a couple of other kids that I'm sort of working with as well.
That's wonderful.
I think magic's been a little bit closed for a long time, you know,
Yes.
in these clubs and
Yes.
stuff. And I think it's time we need to keep it going. We're not getting any younger. You know, we need to bring some of the new blood and get them going.
And you're the man to do it. You're the couple to do it. Listen, having you on the show, for me personally, has been absolutely wonderful. I want to thank you both so much. Andre,
Yeah, thank you,
mate.
All right, we're going to go and do this.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Adriana. Well, that's our show for tonight. Wasn't that exciting and fun? I'd like to thank my very special guests, Andre Vegas, Adriana, and that funny clown Sloth. And I'd like to invite you back here next week, same time, same channel, for the Guy Cater Show. And remember, it's nice to be important, but it's much more important to be nice. Good night.